Hey everyone, I got a pair of locks out of the bag here, and these are, I would call this a collaboration lock. There's once the same lock. It was split apart, and half of it was pinned by Neo Sapien. That's Neo Sapien number 4, and Bill Bacardi number 51. So, you guys know I'm a glutton for punishment at times, and I like picking hard locks. I know Bill Bacardi's locks are pretty hard. So we'll start with his. And, you know, if we're lucky, I can do these two videos back to back. Okay. Just adjust my camera a little bit. And there we go. Alright, so the key works. It's got a very slight tick when you want to go clockwise, but that's not that big of a deal. It's a challenge lock. There's our bitting. Pretty tough bitting for a Yale. So let's go with a 40 thousandths pry bar. And I'm going to start out with using my deep hook, because it's kind of a wider than normal Yale type keyway. Got a click from 1, nothing on 2, nothing on 3, little click from 4. A little click from 5. Okay, just come back to the front. A little click from 1. Click from 2, and that put us into a huge false set. Let me see if I can wrestle 2 here. Looks like I got 2 wrestled into place. Counter-rotational 5. Come on. I think I got it, but I must have dropped something in the process. Oh, no, I had something overset. I just released tension a little bit. Heard a little click and applied tension back. And dropped them right into place. Not a bad lock. Lots of feedback. I love a lock with a ton of feedback. So let's go ahead and take this one out. Go ahead and zoom back out. All right, it's got a standard snap ring. If that ring pusher was just 1 iota smaller, it'd work a heck of a lot better, but it still works pretty good. Okay, I did not feel like there were any T-pins, so I'm going to go with the unsafe assumption that there are none. Now I'm already seeing some mods to this plug, so let's go ahead and get these dumped out. A standard, a reduced diameter, another reduced diameter, and then we got a serrated. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the plug. I've got threads in chamber 5 and some very, very deep countermilling there in chambers 2 and 3. Nice mods. I love seeing countermilling in a lock. That's what gives you those insanely deep false sets. And they generally can give you some good feedback and then a good challenge. Okay. Little bitty pin with the spring wound around it. Then a wafer and then another spring. Okay, I'm assuming that came out that way. It kind of was under a lot of pressure there. Yeah, it did. Seen some nice pins so far here. Looks like all the springs are factory, except for chamber 1, of course. Okay, that's kind of a drunken serrated spool there. And I've got a standard in 4. Okay, looking at the top, you can tell here that's not been messed with, but that's not always a telltale sign. These can be drilled out, and I found that after those are drilled out, that 3mm rod plus a little bit of aluminum foil goes down in there real tight and almost looks like a factory finish once you sand it down. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look. We've got standard key pins in 1 and 2. Number 3 is slightly reduced diameter. Same with 4. And then a nice, that's a wide serration. Nice sharp lips on it. And I've got this little bitty double kind of spring-loaded pin here in 1 with serration. Then I've got this pin and pin. Just like that. Got a, I would call that a short spool, a standard, and then another, well, not another really, but a drunken spool here. So that's what we have in this Bill Bacardi number 51. That, well, I guess I'll have to get this one picked before long now, won't I? And send them out together. Everyone, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you coming and seeing what's going on here. And PickMe1977, thanks for sending me these locks. And let's also give a big shout out to Bill Bacardi and Neo Sapien for making these awesome locks.